Following the perceived stalemate that characterized the reconciliation committee set up to end up the frosty relationship between the presidential candidate of People's Democratic Party (PDP), Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, and Governor Nelson Wike of Rivers State, indications emerged yesterday that the party's candidate may call the bluff of a governor and announce members of a presidential council committee. Hello and welcome back to Newsroom Nigeria. This is where we give you hot, fresh and sizzling news all day long. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, please go ahead and subscribe. The subscribe button is the red button down below. Click on it. Give this video a thumbs up. Most importantly, don't forget to turn on the post notification bell so that you'll be the first to get notified whenever we post a new video. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the details of today's news. This came on a day some loyalists of a Rivers governor were said to have started abandoning him, but firing back, allies of Governor Wike yesterday dismissed speculations of a major crack within their ranks. Atiku had appointed a 7-man team led by Governor Fitiri of Adamawa State to hold discussions with Wike's team led by former Information Minister Professor Jerry Gana. The two camps met in Port Harcourt over the weekend for their inaugural meeting. But a source familiar with the frosty relationships between the two PDP leaders disclosed that the two camps have failed to shift grounds, a situation that may affect the reconciliation. The source said the reconciliation meeting between Atiku and Wike remains a stalemate. From our findings, the Atiku camp will ignore Wike and go ahead to announce the presidential campaign committee. Once that is done, the Wike camp too will declare where they are heading, because the Atiku camp is insisting that the Wike camp cannot hold them to ransom. The situation now is that Wike's camp is insisting that Hayu must go, but the PDP chairman has resisted that move. On where the governors stand, the source said the PDP governors will hold their meetings, but they are divided. Some are with Atiku, while others are with Wike. It means they are not united. The problem we have is that there is no neutral person that can resolve the feud between Atiku and Wike. Another source told Newsroom that former President Goodluck Jonathan has refused to intervene in the frosty relationship. The source said the former president cannot do anything because he has ignored all that is happening in the PDP. He, Jonathan, does not like the Atiku camp, and so he enjoys what Wike is doing to him. He, Jonathan, is from the south and he supports the power must shift to the south. Another source told Newsroom Nigeria that most of the politicians, especially those from Rivers State, are tired of Wike's bravado. Recall that operatives of Operation Sting under Rivers Police Command on Thursday night allegedly invaded, shot and occupied Mega Tools fuel station owned by a member representing Port Harcourt Federal Constituency 2, Chinyere Igwe, the same way they took over Praises Lounge, Elekaha, belonging to Jones Ogbonda, former Rivers Assembly member. At Prairie Hotel, Eagle Island, owned by Ikechi Chinda, former PDP chairman, Port Harcourt City Local Government, the security operatives sealed and took over the place, arresting some staff and guests in the process. Meanwhile, another source told Newsroom Nigeria that some of his former allies have fallen out with the Rivers governor for being oppressed. The source said What I know is that most of Wike's allies are distancing themselves from him, especially PDP politicians from Rivers, and not aligning themselves with his actions. That is the level he is now. All his latest actions are just bravado. All is going to how he's going to sustain it, pardon me, I do not know now. Some of Wike's former allegedly led by former Deputy Speaker of House of Representatives, Mr. Austin Okpara, including Senator Lee Baba and former Governor Celestine Omaha, are said to have dumped him. Others are Jones Ogbonda, former Rivers Assembly member, Ikechi Chinda, former PDP chairman, Port Harcourt City local government area, and Mr. Chinyere, who has been declared wanted by Wike on the show of supremacy over Rivers PDP and the offense against them. Lee Mamba said, the governor was talking as if he is a superhuman when when you apportion so much right to yourself, then you are superhuman. Austin Okpara was deputy speaker of a House of Representatives when Atiku Abubakar was vice president. They attended caucus meeting together and National Economic Council meeting. So does it mean that Austin Okpara, who has been friends with Atiku for over 20 years ago, will now start to beg Wike to go and see Atiku? I met Atiku first in 1992 in Jos for the Social Democratic Party SDP campaigns. We started working together in 2003 when I became senator. That time, where was he, Wike? When Austin Okpara was working with Atiku, holding meetings, Wike was struggling to come into limelight. Reacting to the development, a top Rivers PDP source told Newsroom Nigeria that there is nothing new in what is happening. That has always been his style. He deploys carrots and sticks to enforce loyalty and rewards those who are loyal to him. Once that fails, it goes punitive, going any length to hold down a rebel. But in this instance, he's beginning to bite more than he can chew. He wants to create enemies in his home. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Do you think that Wike is going to back down at last? Because the way it's looking, as if, if you are doing too much, it will get to a time where people that have even supporting you will leave you and join the other party. So I think that is what is happening.